Hi, you are on Kitty Ghost Star Life Journey. I recently just watched the movie Obsession. I know it took me a while to get there. I wasn't gonna watch it because I was like, you know what, everybody is making such a big deal about it, so uh maybe not. And part of it is because I do have an obsession problem my damn self, and I'm like, I don't want, be scared of something that I might see that it might remind me of myself. But you know what? After watching this movie, honestly, it was comedy to me. I mean, it's a horror film for sure, but there was just something funny about how the characters, they were so into this movie. They were so into getting into character. Oh my god. I enjoyed every minute of it, honestly. The movie Obsession, it's an awkward retail worker named Bear. He uses a supernatural one wish willow charm to force his longtime crush, Nikki, to fall in love with him, only to realize the curse traps Nikki's true consciousness inside her own body as a terrifying, violent vessel. Insane. I mean, I was like, oh my god, this is some demonic type. Yeah, like a possession. I've seen it before how something can just take over someone's body and it's not them. It's literally not them. To get that thing out, it may take a little work. I mean, you have to go into something spiritual, like above you, higher consciousness, and being honest, you have to get God in there for sure to get whatever that's inside somebody out, whatever that thing is. But it can take over someone and ruin their whole entire life. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are possessed, don't even know that they are possessed, why they do what they do. It's not them. It's not me. Oh my God, what is this? But anyways, getting on the movie, the characters. Michael Johnston, he plays Bear. And then there's Indy Navarrete. She plays Nikki Freeman. Nikki Freaky. I'm sorry, I freaking love that name for some reason. It was just kind of funny to me. But like I say, the whole freaking movie was comedy to me, okay? It was just comedy. And then there's Cooper Tomlinson. He's like Bear's friend. He was a complete asshole to me, honestly, because he could at least help his friend out, especially when it came to that last wish. That wish, dude, help me out. And all he wanted to do was just wish for $1 billion. It definitely got him $1 billion for sure. It just came from the sky. Oh my God, all this money. And he's like, dude, I got $1 billion. Oh my God. So funny. Like I say, this whole movie to me, is there such thing as comedy horror? I thought she was so freaking cool. Megan Lawless, who played Sarah, the one that wanted to be the tattoo artist, get into the school. Oh my God, she was so freaking cool and, more down to earth. And I could have saw her being more with the character Bear. The parts in the movie that really caught my attention, I mean, all of it caught my attention, but her standing there and waiting for Bear to come back, she literally pissed and shit herself, literally waiting for him to come back from work. What the fuck? And with this face that she had, always smiling. Sometimes I wonder about people who smiles a lot. Is it really them? They just keep smiling. And I don't know if they're playing a part. Are they possessed? I mean, it's nothing wrong with smiling. It's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, sometimes it really don't look right. Especially in weird situations, what just happened on Obsession. Her even making those faces, pouting a lot, not getting her way or whatever, and she would do the weirdest things. But it was so crazy how she would just come back and be like, it's not me, it's not me. She'll freak out, have these freak out moments. I'm telling you, possessions are actually real. There's people walking around with possessions in them today, I swear to goodness. And I mean, I've seen it. I literally seen it with my own eyes. I mean, I went to this school. Yeah, I totally have a degree in metaphysical for sure. But there was this woman that was there. She was very smart, but she said that in 2020 she started picking up, drawing, art, but it was the perfect art I've never seen anyone do. It looked like some Van Gogh type stuff. I swear to gosh. But she said she never painted in it all the days of her life. She never did this, she never did that. But I'm sure the possession started way before then. And she had so much knowledge about her, right? Being in the school, we had to do this, testing our abilities, our psychic abilities. Honestly, when I sat in that chair, I couldn't feel her energy at all. By the way, you're blindfolded and you're supposed to pick up what they're doing. Like, are they making like little swirls around you or whatever, walking around you, things like that. You have to feel their energy. I was totally not like connected to that, so I was very bad at it. But she could pick up my energy. She was blindfolded and she could literally just like, she could see me, but she couldn't see me. I did this little swirl with my hands. Like, how the hell did she know that I was doing that? She was blindfolded. And I was like, oh my God, okay, that's weird. She wanted me to kind of like stand back or something because I guess I was making her sick or something. I don't know. It was like my energy was too much. And the teacher was like, you need to stand back because your energy is probably too much for her. And I'm like, okay, weird. But anyways, but then afterwards, like, okay, so there's a chair you put in the middle and everybody gets in this circle. And we're supposed to call, God and everything, like the higher beings, right? And it's supposed to heal you, like the person that's in the circle, right? So she gets in the seat. All of a sudden, she started like rocking back and forth, and everybody was like looking at each other like, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember my friend looking right at me, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to make fun of this lady because I really don't know what the fuck she got going on with her. First time seeing possessions, okay? So I'm very new to this stuff. I'm always seeing miracles. Like after we do like summon like, God, the good forces and everything, we're supposed to touch her. When we all went in to touch her, she started speaking in tongues. People immediately removed their hands from her. I didn't. I kept my hand on her. My teacher, she barely kept her hand on her because she was like, what the fuck? And there was a few other people that did, keep their hand on her. Because I remember the teacher said, if you take your hands off of them while they're getting healed, then the energy will stick onto you. I didn't want that energy to get stuck on me. So that's the reason why I continued to just keep my hands on her. Both my hands went towards her heart chakra. That was it. That's all I did. And when she was speaking in tongues, I remember I was extremely scared because whatever she had in her, I didn't know if it was going to jump on me. I didn't want that shit on me. I'm like, oh my God, are you fucking with me right now? So I'm trying to act like I'm brave, right, in front of everyone, but I'm about to lose it, like literally lose it. I'm about to like scram, but I'm like, nah, don't do it because you don't know whatever this is. It could probably chase your ass out the door. It's probably after you now. Now it's in you. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I just keep my hand there until whatever this thing is probably, calmed down or something. She's still speaking in tongues. I mean, I thought it was Spanish, then it went into something else, and like all these other languages. I didn't know what it was. I swear to goodness, I had no clue. Eventually, whatever it was, it lessened. The grip of it's like it got weaker. I felt her get weak. I was like, okay, do we need like a Bible in here? Like, should we kind of like, because I feel like this maybe could be like an exorcism type thing. Should we kind of like, get this thing completely out so it stays out of her body? I mean, I don't know, like, why we're not being taught like what to really do in this situation, because this is interesting. But I think nobody saw it coming. Really, nobody saw that coming. All right, it was just one of them days. We just all thought we was gonna do what we do, test our abilities and things like that, but that was that. Nobody knew somebody had a possession in them. There's something medieval or something interesting inside this person's body. Anyways, whatever it was, it did lessen its grip on her, and she did weaken in the chair. I remember I was like, okay, whatever this is, I should probably help her get up. Everybody was like, they did not want to deal with her. They was just like, oh, hell fucking no. I don't know what the hell I just witnessed, but hell no. I offered to, help her up out of the seat, walk her towards the couch or whatever. My friend looked at me. She's like, don't you touch her. And I'm like, what? Like, no, I'm gonna touch her because I guess I healed her heart chakra. I don't freaking know what happened. But anyways, I'm gonna freaking like pick her up and put her on the freaking couch because she needs help. She can barely like get up out the freaking seat. Like, why would I just leave her there? What? Yeah, it's like she needed water. She needed something to bring herself back up, right? So I had my own room. It was number 9. Totally, right? Around 1 o'clock in the morning, I woke up because I heard something in the kitchen. And I was thinking, oh man, it's probably one of the ghosts. I don't know what this is. What the hell? So I went back to sleep anyways, right? We wake up, we go to our next class. It starts at 8. And the other instructor was like, talking about what happened the night because he was trying to get the power back on. Apparently the power knocked out. Mind you, there was no storm that day. No storm. There was nothing crazy going on. No rain or anything like that. So I didn't understand why the power knocked out. But here's the thing. He's talking about like it took him forever to get the power back on. He started to talk about, has anyone ever worked with people who had demon possessions or anything inside of them? And he looked right at me like I had the experience of that shit. Hell no, that was my fucking first time. I don't know nothing about exorcism. Like, what? I didn't sign up for that. First off, when I took those classes, it was just to, make me better, to make me see things and feel things way better than what I was doing, I mean, I felt like I was already there, but I needed better help towards it, to better me, okay, to evolve me. I had no freaking clue we was about to enter some freaking exorcism shit. What the fuck? I didn't know it was part of the freaking class. I mean, if I would have known, I probably would have never signed up. I'm scared of those things. Like, what? A freaking thing possessing another body? Like something demonic, possibly? I don't freaking know. Yeah, right? So yeah, he looked at me and then he started talking about, possessions, how they work. They just possess people. They get on people and they, it's an attachment. It could deal with like, past stuff. She did say something about like when she was like 17 years old that she was at this church and that's where it hit her. Like she would speak in tongues or something. And seeing her, presently, she was like in her 50s. So it's been with her for a very long time. Whatever it was, what I picked up, it was like it had a lot of wisdom behind it. It was very ancient. That's what I remember picking up. It knew everything. And I guess it had like skills to even draw, paint, and write stories because this woman was very talented, but she only recently discovered it in 2020. Interesting, right? I got close to this woman. We would talk, I mean, she would tell me things like she would have a lot of mental breakdowns. She had to keep going to the hospital to receive medical attention for whatever it was mentally. But I never judged her for it. I never cared anything about that. I just thought she was a very intelligent woman, very skilled in art, like, oh my God. Of course, I didn't judge her. I was into her work. So later we had to do like another assignment where like we light candles around the person. The regular lights is off like in the room and, you're supposed to see like what people are in their past lives. When she got in the seat, yeah, I picked up something. I didn't say it out loud because when you see it, you're supposed to just say it. Like, what do you see in this person's body? Like, what do you see? I didn't tell her. I saw like, it was a man. I wasn't for sure if he was from another world or if he was an African man. I wasn't for sure what he was, but he had something going through his nose and he had a very large nose with very big lips and I wanted to kind of tell her, like, I think he was like, like an African man from a tribe or something. I didn't know. So I didn't say nothing in that class. But later on when we had to like, leave or whatever outside, I talked to her and I said, you know what? That last assignment that we did, I saw like this man in you, like from Africa or something like that. And then she was like, oh my God, like some, person of a third eye literally told her that her past life, she was like an African man, like in a tribe or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, yes, that's what I saw. She was like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, nah, I was not going to tell you all that. I didn't want to say anything, I'm just, because honestly, I think stuff like that is private. Even when people was talking about me, like all the freaking past lives they seen in my eyes, I wish that was private. Jesus. And as one girl was like, yeah, I see this 15-year-old in you. I felt like she the one that kind of like committed suicide or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I committed suicide in my past life? I was 15? Oh my God. She's like, yeah, she's still in you. Like, I see her. And then other people saying some other shit, like some type of queen from France. I'm like, what? Yo. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm fucking done. I do like French things. I get it. I do like the better things of life. I will admit that. Anyways, getting back on this story about obsession. Oh my God. By the way, I thought the movie was crafted amazingly. The part where the character, Sarah, when she comes to Bear and, because she wants to meet up with him that night in the car, there's this letter. It's about getting into this tattoo, her school. She wants him to be there while they're opening up the letter. But apparently it doesn't go that far. She's literally confessing that she has a thing for Bear anyways. And, they come to this realization like, oh yeah, they like each other. But then, freaking Nikki literally comes out the freaking corner. I didn't see her coming. I didn't see her coming. Man, she punches the window and then she just grabs her freaking head, pounds Sarah's head, like towards the steering wheel, like pew, 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 bam, motherfucker, bam. And I was like, oh my God, oh my freaking God. And Bear is just sitting over in the passenger, just like, oh my God, he's all freaked out. I'm like, dude, help your girl. But he just freaked out. He don't do shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? In my head, this song hits me and it goes like, get down with the sickness. And I'm like, wait, is that freaking Deftone song, Down with the Sickness or something like that? It freaked me out. That part did freak me out. And I'm like, why is this song in my head? Jesus, why did that even just happen? But it just hit me like straight up. This movie is sick, but it's like sick in a good way. I enjoyed every minute of it. Call me sick. I don't give a fuck. I just thought it was freaking cool as fuck. It kept me entertained throughout the whole entire movie. I did not fall asleep. I did not think about this, think about that. I didn't wonder. I was entertained the whole entire time. So yeah, 5 out of 5. That was an awesome movie. The producers, and the director, I give them hella like credit. Curry Barker, and the producers, Haley Nicole Johnson, Christian Mercury, James Harris, and Roman Vieras de Lezegno. Okay, that was a hard one to I'm just being honest here. Jesus. Hella credit. That was awesome. Keep producing and directing those type of films, keeping them rolling, like really cool stuff. I want to talk about like what is obsession and what is love. I feel like there's a lot of people that get it confused anyways, how obsession and love is, nobody truly knows. Like, are you truly obsessed with them? Do you really love them? What is obsession? So obsession is a state of mind where an idea, person, or feeling controls your thoughts all the time. It can also mean the specific persistent thoughts or desire that takes over your focus, often making it hard to think about anything else. That's obsession. But a lot of people actually get it confused with love. I'm speaking of a lot of people. They don't know. What do I think obsession is? It's kind of like love, but in a different type of form. It's more like a toxic type form of love. I don't know why I pick up euphoria type thing. I don't know like why that comes to me, like some type of euphoria state with obsession. I guess it can happen, right? Possibly, right? There's some type of dependency going on with it. Like something with congruency. They match what they say. But what am I trying to say? People who's obsessed, maybe they're matching like their feelings with their actions, like they mean it or something. And this is where people can get confused with the love thing. Like, hey, I love you, but they're matching something like this energy along with how they're saying it. But is it love? And it's not that. This is probably toxic. It's some deep stuff. I'm telling you, people wouldn't really technically know whether they're really truly in love with somebody or really obsessed with that person. They don't know. It's like you meet someone, but you truly don't know them until you actually do know them. You study them. When you study them, are you on some obsession shit? Like, what is going on with that? It's almost like Jeepers Creepers. Oh my God, the smell. Like, now I will admit, if I'm obsessed with somebody, I'm very attracted to a certain smell they have. That's where my obsession takes off and is over. Like, I want more. Like, I want to smell more of them. Yeah, it's very freaky. I admit that's very freaky. And I noticed, like, in the movie, it shows that, like, she liked to smell. Yeah, that's where it takes form. With obsession, there is a possessiveness. You want them. lustful type thing. That's what it is. You want to have them. It can be an agreement. Two people can make an agreement to be obsessed with one another. Like, I'm obsessed with you. Are you obsessed with me? Yes. Then let's be obsession lovers. They say, hey, it's true love. It's my twin flame. Oh my God. What? What even gave you the thought? Like, how do you know? And what the fuck is a twin flame? I mean, I'm sick and tired of people talking about twin flames. And maybe I met mine, but again, I was obsessed with that mofo. Now that I think about it, it was just an obsession. The agreement, maybe two energies agreed to, like, you didn't know it, but you made it an agreement energy-wise to become obsessed with one another. And it wasn't even love at first sight. It's just, hey, I like you. I like the way you smell so fucking good. You look so fucking good. Oh my God, I could do so many things to you in a lustful type way, you know? Not out of love. It's just lust the whole entire time, you know? I think this stems from challenges in people's lives. Like, nobody truly knows what love is, but they can go back and figure it out, like how they think love is. Like, someone may have treated them this way and they thought this is what love was. All in all, that's not what it is. So we're thinking like, oh, if this person does this, they treat you like this, then it must be love. What? So if they treat you like crap, it's love. Talking about this subject can be a little hard to talk about because honestly, love, that's a very high place to come from. It is. What people need to understand is if you're coming from a place where, you know, you want to own someone, you want to control them, you want things this way, you want to change them, things that you want to do, you want to mold somebody, it has nothing to do with love. Nothing. You don't love that person. So there's no acceptance there. You don't accept them for who they are. Maybe, you know, the reason why you looked their way was because you was creating this idea in your head. You got obsessed with it. You had to have them. You want them, so you're going to have them. The way they look, the way they smell, the way they move, whatever. It's an obsession thing. So it's not love. Something to think about, people. Something to think about. This is a very deep topic to me. Anyways, but I don't know what the being open to rules mean when it comes to obsession. Being open to rules. Why do they have to be rules? Like, what is that? I guess it typically refers to the rigid, highly specific mental instructions that a person feels forced to follow to manage their obsessive thoughts. Like the validation rule, the mind reading rule, the idolization rule, the validation rule. The obsessed person operates under the rule that their self-worth is entirely tied to the target of their obsession. The mind reading rule, assuming every delayed text message or change in tone is proof of rejection, leading to excessive checking or stalking behavior. I've stalked a few in my life. Well, actually one person. That was it. That was it. And you know what? I felt weird. I felt like I was going against myself because I don't do that. But that was a very long time ago. The idolization rule, ignoring all red flags or personal flaws of the target to maintain a flawless, imaginary version of them in their mind. Wow. But all in all, when it comes to obsession, I feel like obsession only leads into like pain, disaster, or at the end somebody's heart gets broken and oh my God, my heart got broken. Yeah. Hopefully you can try to fix that by not trying to put that on somebody else. Like, yeah, you had a heartbreak problem, but please don't throw it on some healthy person, you know. No, it happened to me, you know. It literally happened to me. I feel like people just keep throwing their problems on me. Like, don't do that shit. Please don't. If I'm a healed person, I'm coming to you as a healed person, and I'm not fully healed. I still got problems within myself. Like, I'm still healing. Please, like, I'm here to help you to evolve. And I would tell you things. I would say, I love you. Coming from my heart. Was I obsessed when I said it, though? Probably not. It's because I know obsession. I know what it is. It's not fair. If I'm obsessed with you, I'm not going to tell you I love you. Well, maybe. But no, not really. Stop. Look, I won't do that. But I would tell you, like, I'm more honest with this stuff, like, because I have to be. I can't go anywhere else with that. And yeah, you know, take it lightly. It's whatever. And there is codependency behind it as well, because it's not love. It's toxic love. Has nothing to do with a fucking twin flame or whatever the hell people throw these names on. Like, no, it's just you was obsessed. You guys made an agreement to be obsessed with one another. I mean, I don't know. Maybe twin flames are real. Maybe they are. I just never looked into it. Do I want to? Probably not. Probably not. I do believe in soulmates. Definitely. Like, two people can be, have a mutual understanding with one another. Again, you are making an agreement to one another. But if you want to make a toxic obsession agreement with one another, then there you go. And you can call it twin flame. You can do whatever you want with that. It's whatever. So, that's all I can say about that. So what is love? Love is a complex mix of emotions, behaviors, and beliefs associated with strong feelings of affection, protectiveness, warmth, and respect for one another. Because it takes many forms, the definition changes depending on whether you look at it through biology, psychology, or philosophy. So you got the intimacy love, which is feelings of closeness, connection, and trust. Passion, the physical and romantic attraction. And there's commitment, the decision to remain with one another and plan a future together. The way I see love, again, is an agreement. You're making an agreement with one another. And it has to be like open hearts. Like, both hearts have to be open in order to accept one another as you. Like, this is you, and I accept you for who you are as a being. And it goes both ways. It's not just a one-way street here. It takes two. This person can't lean over here is like 70%, they're feeling this, and then this person is all over here 30%. It has nothing to do with that. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. It has to be two people coming together and both equally feeling that. It's not one-sided. It's not an idea about a person, like what a person can be. Oh, they're tall, dark, and handsome. Those are ideas. You chose them for that. There is a mutual understanding between both of you. Everything is mutual. And when you find the one, it's a relief feeling. Both of you feel it at the same time. You're like, oh my God, I finally found you. I finally found you. And I don't have to keep looking and searching for the wrong person. Like, you'll feel something, And you're always leaning towards them. You're never moving away from them. You honor them. You honor their mind, their thoughts, how they feel. You honor it. You protect it. You trust it. You love it for what it is. You don't want to change it. You don't. It's not about that. So you're leaning more towards them. You're for them, not against them. You're for them. You don't set them aside. You do make them your priority because you're building. But again, don't get it confused with obsession. The signs of obsession. So if someone crosses your boundary, there you go. If they keep texting, calling, or there's uninvited visits, they're crossing your boundary. The constant monitoring, like how someone just always got their eyes on you. Every breath you take, whatever. Like, they'll stalk you on social media, where you at, like tracking your location, demanding constant updates on your whereabouts. And there's intense jealousy over platonic interactions and attempting to isolate the person from friends and their family. It's all this possessiveness. Like, they're so jealous. They don't want them around anybody. And allowing one's personal hobbies, friends, and self-care routines to vanish entirely to focus solely on the relationship. Wow. Like, you literally just took your whole entire whatever you had planned, you put all that attention over there. That attention is on them now. Everything should be balanced. Like, if you're going to give attention, you have to focus on you. Yeah, you can keep them, your focus here, but it has to be a balance here. It has to be healthy when it comes to that. Self-care. When you experience severe anxiety, physical symptoms like nausea, threatening self-harm, or retaliation, if the other person attempts to leave, not cool, right? No, it's not. It's not. So what are the signs of love? With love, it's more relaxed. So it's a sense of feeling safe and calm. You feel good to be yourself. You feel secure in your body. Everything around you is secure. Like, you feel balanced, emotionally safe, and free from the need to like perform or even hide your flaws. You just let them out. You can be yourself. Put it like that. the intrinsic empathy. Their joy becomes your joy, and their pain becomes your pain. You care deeply about their long-term happiness and well-being. Like you really care. And the both of you are independent. You don't depend on them for anything. When you envision your life months or years down the road, they naturally include you in that picture. You got people who would throw their narcissism at your ass, and next thing you know it, you really believe what they was throwing at you. They was selling you a dream. All in all, it was Lego pieces. It was a fake dream. It never existed. But yeah, love is consistency. It is active listening and being vulnerable. And there is subtle, like, nonverbal clues, like the body language. It can reveal, like, deep affection before the words. You know, eye contact, leaning inward, a gentle touch here and there. Love is it's a very deep affection. You feel one another, and you understand one another, and you make no judgment. That's it. True love is basically based off being yourself. If you can fully be yourself in front of them and they accept you for that, that's love. So, yeah, just being yourself. I want to speak about Hayden Panetierre. My condolences. She was an American actress. She tragically passed away on August 16th of 2026 at the age of 36 in Greensville, South Carolina, following an apparent medical emergency. Her father, Skip Panetierre, confirmed her sudden passing in a moving statement remembering her as an incredible light and a force of nature. I totally remember her in the series called Heroes. So that's where I mostly like seen her, but I also seen her in other movies as well. Her passing away, yeah, it was of course sad, but I'm always wondering, like, is it possible to die from like a broken heart? Can a broken heart actually kill you? I've always wondered that. You have so much stress in your heart that it just takes you out, like your heart just stops beating. Is it possible for that to happen? What does that feel like? It makes me wonder. I'm not trying to really say this is what it was, but because it could have been anything that happened to her, but it just, can you actually die from a broken heart? But yeah, this is my session. Yeah, let me just end it out. And, I've been going through a lot of allergies right now. It's insane. I've been trying to like drink a lot of, hot teas or whatever. It's kind of hard to like speak at times here and there. I will speak to you guys soon again. I want everyone to have a good day, a good night. I'm Kitty Gold Star, and I'm out.